The book of Baruch chapter 2 verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. Shalom Israel, thank you so much for spending your time with me on this short video. Ladies and gentlemen, Israel, my people, it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to realize that the so-called Negroes, the so-called black Africans, the so-called Africans, the so-called African Canadians, or the black slave that was shipped all over the world through the transatlantic slave trade. It's time for you to know that you are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. You are God's chosen people. According to Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6, you were chosen to be above every other nation. But our forefathers made a covenant and they disobeyed and broke the covenant that they made with Yahweh. And Yahweh decided to punish our forefathers that ended up becoming our punishment till today. And it's time for us to come out from those curses and repent and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Because Yahweh Shai, the Son of God, is about to make an entry. He's coming to redeem his people. He's coming to establish the kingdom of heaven, and is also coming to give us salvation. That way we will not be destroyed. God is asking us to wake up. He said that he knew that his people were going to wake up in the land of their captivity. Israel is waking up in number. We are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. If you have an ancestors that was shipped all over the four corners of the globe through transatlantic slave trade or through Arabic slave trade or through any slave trade in history, you are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Book of Psalm chapter 111:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandment. His praise endureth forever. If you are not keeping the law, statutes, and commandment of the Most High, you are going to be destroyed when Yahweh Shai returns. You must keep these laws to the best of your ability and practice the act of righteousness. This is time for us to stop celebrating all these pagan holidays. This is time for us to stop spending time honoring and observing all these useless holidays like Christmas, like New Year, like Easter, like Thanksgiving, like Columbus Day, like Independence Day, and also the last but not the least is Black Friday. Stop celebrating Black Friday. Come out of her, my people.
Gentlemen, gather round as advertised for Black Friday. Fine cargo, healthy slaves. Fine cargo, black slaves for auction today. Dr. Johnson here, one of our famous veterinarians of the area. We're going to check out these slaves to assure you they're in fine health. Go ahead, Dr. Johnson.
I will do that. Thank you very much, Mr. Pettit. I might say that this is a beautiful day for an auction. We got some fine stock here. Fine stock. You gonna run? Got some strong boy there. Look at that muscle. Fit. Work all day long. Loves picking that guy. Who's your boy? Huh? Come on. Good teeth, solid teeth. Solid, strong bone here. You got your mom, man. Now, this boy, he came off the plantation. Gave us a little trouble, but now he's all right with himself. Ain't that right, boy?
Yes.
You're all right with yourself?
Yes, sir.
Right. No more problems with him, Mr. Pagan. Oh, you got a fine young lady here. Very young, you're very young. Childbearing, having a cooking, cleaning, does everything, right? And we got Jemima here. Jemima? That's right. Now, we took her off a farm. She's been working over 17 years. 17 years, right? Now, you never had no problem there, did you? Did you? No, she didn't. She got a little hurt on the way over here on the wagon there. That's okay. That's okay. She's okay, Miss Pettit. Miss Pettit, don't worry. Thanks. Don't worry. Calm her down, boy. Calm her down. There's a husband, Mr. Pettit. There's a husband. So you get 2 for 1 here. 2 for 1. Calm down. I'm gonna have you home any minute now, Mr. Pettit.
The book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Most High is about to send Yahweh Shai, his one and only begotten Son, to come back and give salvation to the true biblical Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. If you do not stop celebrating those holidays, you are going to be destroyed, because there is going to be a lot of plagues that is going to befall all the enemies of Israel. I want you to know that everywhere we are today, we are in slavery, we are in captivity, and our captors do not want to let us go. So salvation is coming unto us, and we want you to know that if you are found celebrating and observe all these useless, senseless blasphemy called a holiday that is going in contrary to the law, statutes, and commandment of Mosiah, you are going to be destroyed. You have been warned. You have been warned. The book of Romans chapter 15 verse 4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. You are not going to have hope if you are not following the scripture. The Bible clearly let us know that whatever is written in this book was written for our learning. So if you are going to practice and observe any holidays, it has to be the holidays that is written in the book of instruction, the book of life. This book was written by Israelites for Israelites and inspired by God, the creator of heaven and earth, Almighty Yahweh, the Elohim and the God of Israel. I want you to know that our forefathers broke the rules that was given to them. Right now, we have been given another chance to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. If you fail to listen, and keep going to all those fake demonic churches called Christianity, if you keep observing those fake holidays, you are going to be destroyed, because Christ was not born on Christmas Day. We are not supposed to celebrate Christmas according to the book of Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 1. Book of Proverbs chapter 21 verse 16 to 18. I read, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. If you keep breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Messiah, you are going to be destroyed. The wicked is the one that is ruling the world right now. They have turned God's law, statutes, and commandments upside down. They are doing the things that the Bible said that we should not do. They are not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We are under the leadership of Esau, and the white supremacy is imposing a lot of atrocities, a lot of condemnation, and a lot of blasphemy unto the children of Israel. We must come out of her and stop following their ways. I want you to know that Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob's kingdom is coming, and Jacob is the 12 tribes of Israel that is about to be established again. We are about to be restored. You need to wake up. Yahweh Shai is about to return. Our responsibility is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 from 13 to 14. I read, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So whatever you are doing right now, it has a reward. It has a recompense. A payback for the wicked is coming. The wicked is going to go into slavery. The whole nation that is responsible in enslaving the children of Israel in all four corners of the world are going into captivity, according to the Bible. It is time for us to wake up and know that we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, and stop observing, practicing, and dwelling on all the pagan holidays and pagan practices that are scattered in all four corners of the world and in the name of Christianity. This is our time to come back to the law, statutes, and commandment of our God, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, Almighty Yahweh, our Elohim, and worship him through his son, Yahweh Hashai. I want you to know that this is our solution. We must have come back to this book, and we must stop. I repeat, we must stop paying homage, worshiping, and keeping the holidays of our oppressors. This is our solution, because our redemption is nigh.
Anointing follow me. Your mercy will I seek. rẹ̀ hàn, fi agbára rẹ̀ hàn. Oyoma, fi agbára rẹ̀ hàn, fi agbára rẹ̀ hàn, fi agbára rẹ̀ hàn. Oyoma, I worship you, alágbàwí mi o. I adore Jehovah, Elédùmarè. I depend on you, agbanilágbàtàn ọba.